Crime in Italy ranks from low to moderate, but is present in several forms, such as murder, sexual violence, corruption, and several more. However, Italy is most notorious for its organized crime groups, present all over the world, known as the mafia. These crimes are combated by the spectrum of Italian law enforcement agencies, composed of Carabinieri, Polizia, and Guardia di Finanza. Italy holds the 8th position in Europe in regards to the number of law enforcement per 100,000 people with 453 units, compared to the European average which is 335. Although crime covers the Italian peninsula, Italy holds some of the lowest toll of rapes and murders in the European Union. Out of 128 countries, Italy is the 40th safest country in the world. In 2012, national murder rate was about 0.9 per 100,000 population, one of the lower rates in Western Europe. There were a total of 530 murders in Italy in 2012. Homicides in Italy have decreased by 20% in the last 10 years, with 0.6 murders per 100,000 people. In fact, in 2017, 357 individuals were murdered in Italy, a number that decreased even further between August 2018 and July 2019, where 307 murders were registered. In 2020, there were a total of only 271 murders, lower than 315 murders the previous year, and much lower than the 1,916 30 years ago in 1991. Many worldwide crime organizations originated in Italy, and its influence is widespread in Italian society, directly affecting a reported 22% of citizens and 14.6% of Italy's gross domestic product. Public figures such as former Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi have been charged with association in organized criminal acts. War against organized crime caused hundreds of murders, including judges and lawyers. There are several separate criminal organizations controlling territory and business activities. Sicilian Cosa Nostra, Campanian Camorra, Calabrese 'Ndrangheta and Apulian Sacra Corona Unita. More than 13 million people are involved into crime web. Their business involvement is on a European and global scale, particularly in Naples. An unusual high homicide rate and several drug-addicted people have qualified the town as the most dangerous in Western Europe. Businesses, entrepreneurs, shopkeepers, and craftsmen in these regions are expected to pay protection money. There is rarely any possibility of escaping payment, and those not complying find their business premises and lives at risk. People not able to meet demands might find their business partly or completely taken over by organized crime. In 2009, organized crime in Italy generated $189 billion in revenue. In 2020, there were only 28 murders related to the mafia, compared to an average of 527 murders between 1988 and 1992. Italy has a lower per capita rate of rape than most of the advanced Western countries in the European Union. According to police authorities' data, the rate of sexual assaults per 100,000 inhabitants is significantly higher in the northern region than in the southern ones. In 2009, Lombardia and Emilia-Romagna were the regions with the highest rate of sexual offences per 100,000 inhabitants. Umbria, Apulia in the north. Fraud is a major contributor to Italy's crime rate, with some level of fraud appearing in all sectors of the economy since the country's founding in 1861. Notable cases of financial fraud include the collapse of Parmalat in the early years of the 21st century, and the Lockheed bribery scandal in the 1970s. Insurance fraud also dramatically increases the cost of insurance in Italy, with 115,646 incidents of fraudulent claims in 2001 alone, with 3.28% of all claims in 2002 ascertained to have involved fraud. The percentage rose above 10% in some of the southern provinces. State employees have been perceived to have such a high rate of absenteeism, often feigning illness, that in 2008 the government introduced a law to harshly prosecute civil servants who are found to be making fraudulent claims about their health. Fraudulent claims of ill health are not confined to state employees, with some physicians often willing to receive bribes to certify non-existent conditions so that citizens may receive disability benefits. A case was revealed in 2010 where in one quarter of Naples alone, 400 people were found to be claiming mental illness although healthy. Political corruption remains a major problem in Italy, particularly in southern Italy including Calabria, parts of Campania and Sicily where corruption perception is at a high level. Political parties are ranked as the most corrupt institution in Italy, closely followed by public officials in parliament. According to Transparency International's Global Corruption Barometer 2013, Italy is considered as one of the drug portals to Europe thanks to its geolocation and omnipresence of organized crime groups. Substantial amounts of illegal drugs are smuggled through the country with the goal of reaching other European nations. These narcotics are exported for